Hi Rasmus users. Today we are going to be talking about how you can now audit signatures from either the reporting activities page or from a client's history page. As you can see, we are now able to actually pull signatures, the signature timestamp and the signature location stamp into our activities reporting or into a client's history page. But before I show you all the details there is something that you need to make sure that you have set up. So in order to do this, you need to make sure that you have custom client data fields created. So if we go to clients and we click on a kiddo, we go to their information tab, you can see here I have this supervisor field, which is a user field type. I have this billing provider field. I have this caregiver field, supervising BCBA field. These are all examples of custom client data fields that can pull in a user. You have to have these created in order to be able to pull these signatures into your activities or history reporting page. To do this, you'll go to settings and you'll go to organization and you'll go to client data. This is where you can add a custom data field. You can call it whatever you would like to call it, and you'll make sure that you select the data type user. Normally I would click save. I'm not going to save this one. I'm just going to exit out of it. Now, the other thing that you can do is also require signatures on session notes. This will also allow you to make sure that you're pulling in those fields. So on your note templates, I'm going to click into a template here. On this one, I have it requiring the signature from the therapist. That's going to make it so that you can pull in the signature for the user that created the note. And then you can also require signatures from additional people. So in this instance, we are also requiring the caregiver signature, but this could be a supervising BCBA or whoever you want. So that's one way to make sure that you are pulling in those signature fields and that you can pull them onto your activities or history reporting. When you go to complete a note, you can also manually add those user fields to the signature too to get them to pull into your reporting. So if I were to request a signature, I would select the type of user that I'm requesting a signature from. So in this case, if it's a caregiver, I can hit request. And then once that gets signed, then that will show up for me on my reporting. Also, if I do manually add a signature, I can select this signatory field, and it's going to allow me to choose one of the users that has not signed yet. So if I want that supervising BCBA field, then I can do that as well. And that will also get pulled in to the signature overview. So now if I exit out of this session, we can see here that I have the caregiver signature, the supervising BCBA signature. I can also add the other signatures to this as well. So the way that we add these signature fields to our overview is we go to the gear icon. Under signatures, we have the option to select all of those different client data fields that we have. The exception is the user signature. That is just the person who created the note. So you do have to make sure you require that user signature, that therapist signature to pull this in as well. So now you can see I've got 3 signatures set up to be pulling in. So all of the notes that have those signatures, you'll be able to see those if we go to the client's history and go to their activities page. I also want to show this to you on our actual reporting activities page as well. So if you're a premium or an enterprise client, then you'll have access to this overall client activities reporting here. And I actually have this view set up to be able to just look at signatures. So I have it to the status of completed. I have a filter added, and I have gone ahead, selected my gear icon, and included the user signature and the caregiver signature in this overview. And I actually have it saved as a signature view for the whole organization to view. So if I click on this signature view, it's automatically going to pull in the user signature and the caregiver signature, along with those timestamps and the location stamps onto this activities reporting page. And this makes it very easy for me to be able to look at start time and end time of sessions, who ran a session, and then who specifically signed off on that session, when and where they signed off on it. I can also export this information. If I export it, this URL picture or this signature picture will export as a URL. That's just one thing to keep in mind, but your time and location will be able to export into an Excel file or a PDF or whatever you would like. So that's the gist of how you can now audit for signatures in Hi Rasmus.